My name is Waylon Lewis with Elephant Journal. I want to talk about the sort of mindful tip is something a lot of us talk about, ironically, but a lot of us don't talk about, which is boom, boom. This one's especially for you white males like myself. It's called using these things. I think someone said, we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth for a reason. So even if you're doing a monologue like I'm doing right now, you can make eye contact, you can try to connect with people. As they say in Buddhism, you can regard silence as a part of speech. So there's actually mindful speech tips. I think there's 6 of them in the Buddhist tradition. We can share them in the link so you have some further reading. An ex-girlfriend of mine, Kate, once told me that they did some study where white males in meetings talk far more than anyone else. And it's actually incredibly important in meetings to, if you're a talker, guilty, to give the floor, to talk last if we're asked a question, to kind of try to platform others. Not out of some, you don't have to get all, DeSantis woke about it, but, just out of a sense of really wanting people who maybe are wallflowers, who are a little shyer, who aren't pushing their agenda or their words forward, to give voice. And then, when it's your turn or you feel like you have something to contribute, I'm actually one of those people in meetings who loves to talk kind of as little, only when helpful or needed, because frankly, I want to get out of the meeting. I think some of us forget that when we're in meetings. The more you talk, the longer the meeting goes. It's like fishing. The bigger the fish gets, the more you talk about it or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about listening. I think a lot of people have a weird idea about conversations and listening. I've talked about this before, but listening, talking can be give and take. It doesn't have to be monologue while you listen, monologue while you listen, monologue. It can be a conversation naturally flowing, like fish just flowing around the pool. So there can be a dynamic kind of almost sexy flow to it. I was just meeting with a maybe 65-year-old city councilor, so maybe it wasn't super sexy, but it was really helpful. And, I learned a lot. I think he got a better sense of who I am. And I think that's fundamentally also where you can begin to make a genuine connection. So instead of feeling like you're trying to get your words in, you're not listening, but you're just trying to talk, trying to think about what you want to say, you can kind of have an open mind and let conversation naturally arise, ebb and flow back and forth. I met right before the city councilor, I met with a former city councilor, Jill, a friend of mine. We served on the New Era board together for many years. Same thing there. Before that, it was Emily, and then Jill came in. Emily lost her father just maybe a month ago, and he was a mentor and a friend to myself to some extent. And, I started sobbing and crying, and honestly, that was a gift to feel him and to feel his fighting for his life and his absence and his letting go, and to feel all of that. That was a gift. And I don't think I would have been able to receive that gift or process that loss of Jeffrey if I hadn't been able to listen and take in her stories and her part. So maybe I'll end this with big dedication and love to Emily and to her whole family and to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you helped Elephant and myself immeasurably over the years. You gave me confidence and compliments and encouragement and guidance, and asked a lot of critical, not in a mean way, critical questions that were really helpful over the years. And you're a wonderful example, as I've written in some Instagram comments, of a man, a human being, a caring, wise, funny, listening, always curious, helpful, encouraging human being. And if I can be anything like all that, I will have lived life in a meaningful way, just as you did. So big love to everyone.